Why Japanese people age so gracefully. The discipline gap. Have you noticed something strange? Some people reach 70 looking peaceful, energetic, and elegant, while others look emotionally exhausted at 32. And no, it's not just genetics. Some of us are aging because of stress, others are aging because we think sleeping at 2 a.m. while eating spicy noodles, self-care. What if aging gracefully is not luck, but a discipline gap? Because when you look closely at many Japanese people, especially older generations, you notice something different. Not just in their appearance, but in their energy, their calmness, their posture, and the way they move through life. In a world where everybody is rushing, overwhelmed, overstimulated, sleep-deprived, and emotionally exhausted, many Japanese lifestyles still hold on to habits that quietly protect the body and mind over decades. And that may be the real secret behind aging gracefully. Before we continue, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more videos about discipline, peaceful living, psychology, and habits that quietly change your life. They don't live in constant hurry. One major reason many Japanese people age gracefully is because they don't live in constant chaos and hurry the way many modern societies do. Today, stress has become a lifestyle. People wake up already tired. The average morning now feels like a survival competition. One sock on, phone in hand, replying messages, looking for keys, burning toast, and emotionally collapsing before breakfast. Some people begin the day already fighting for their lives mentally. But many Japanese routines are slower and more intentional. Walking is normal. Patience is normal. Quietness is respected. Even movement feels calmer and more controlled. And people underestimate what this does to the body, because stress leaves fingerprints everywhere. On the face, on posture, on sleep quality, on mood, on energy. Some people are not aging because of time. They are aging because their nervous system has not rested properly in years. Modern life rewards overstimulation. Everybody is rushing somewhere. Everybody is trying to become successful before next Tuesday. Notifications every 5 seconds. Endless comparison online. Endless pressure to perform. But the body loves rhythm. It loves consistency. It loves peace. And that calmness protects people over decades in ways most people never realize until much later in life. The discipline of small daily habits. Graceful aging usually does not come from dramatic effort. It comes from small habits, repeated consistently for years. That's the part people don't like hearing, because everybody wants a magical solution. People want one expensive cream, one motivational video, one gym membership, or one miracle product to undo 10 years of poor habits. That the body remembers repeated behavior, not intentions, not promises, not New Year resolutions made during emotional motivation. Repeated behavior. And many Japanese lifestyles emphasize maintenance rather than emergency repair. Daily walking, moderate eating, proper hydration, movement, consistent sleep, simple skincare. These habits look small individually, but over 20 or 30 years, they completely change how a person ages. Some people treat their body like a rental car. No maintenance, just vibes and dangerous decisions. Then one day their knees begin sounding like somebody stepping on dry biscuits. Modern culture waits until the body starts screaming before taking care of it. But discipline means listening while the body still whispering. That's why consistency matters more than intensity. Small healthy habits done repeatedly will always beat dramatic effort that only lasts 2 weeks. They don't try to look young, they try to stay well. One interesting thing about many Japanese people is that the focus is often more about staying healthy than desperately trying to appear young forever. And there is a huge difference between those two mindsets. Modern society treats aging like failure. Wrinkles appear and suddenly people panic like civilization is ending. The beauty industry constantly tells people they must fight age every second. But many Japanese philosophies approach aging differently, not as something shameful, but as something natural that should be approached gracefully. And honestly, that mindset removes enormous stress from life, because trying to look 21 forever is emotionally exhausting. Some people are fighting aging harder than movie villains fight the hero. Meanwhile, healthier aging often comes from simpler things: better sleep, less stress, balanced eating, movement, peaceful routines, emotional stability. Modern society says, buy this cream. Japanese discipline often says, maybe sleep properly first. And honestly, That's excellent advice, because sleep repairs the body. But modern people now treat sleep like it's optional. People proudly brag about sleeping 3 hours, like exhaustion is some kind of achievement. Meanwhile, their eyebags arrive in the room before they do. Rest matters. Deep sleep protects hormones, mood, energy, focus, and physical appearance more than most people realize. Stress ages people faster than time. One of the biggest reasons many people age badly today: stress, not age. Stress, because chronic stress changes everything. It changes posture, it changes skin, it changes mood, it changes energy, it even changes facial expression. Modern life is overloaded with stress. Financial pressure, social media comparison, emotional exhaustion, endless notifications, constant noise, endless bad news. Some people haven't experienced real silence in years. Even while eating, they're scrolling. Even while resting, they're scrolling. Even while watching movies, they're scrolling. Human attention is now fighting for survival, and many people are mentally exhausted all the time. Some people don't need anti-aging products. They need one peaceful weekend without notifications, because a peaceful face is often built by a peaceful lifestyle. When you observe many elderly Japanese people, you often notice calmness in the way they move and speak. They don't look emotionally dragged through 20 arguments before lunch. That emotional balance affects appearance more than people understand. Stress slowly wears people down physically and emotionally over time, and many people today are aging from emotional exhaustion more than actual years. Food in Japan is treated less like a wrestling match and more like a respectful relationship. In many places, a meal says, "Welcome, nourish yourself." In modern life, some meals scream, "You have for minutes before your next meeting. Good luck." That difference matters more than people think. Japanese food culture traditionally values balance, moderation, and consistency. Portions are smaller, meals are calmer, and people often eat slowly enough to actually meet the food before swallowing it. Tea is treated like a peaceful ritual, not a sidekick to panic. Meals are given attention, respect, silence sometimes. Imagine that, eating without simultaneously arguing online, watching crime documentaries, and replying noted with thanks to emails you resent. Meanwhile, many people today eat like contestants in a survival game. Breakfast is swallowed while driving. Lunch happens during stress. Dinner arrives with scrolling, notifications, emotional damage, and a soft drink containing enough sugar to wake ancient spirits. Some beverages honestly look less like drinks and more like chemistry experiments designed by tired raccoons. And overeating has become strangely normal. People now stop eating only when the body sends an official resignation letter. The stomach says, "I have done all I can." Further cooperation is impossible. That the body loves balance. Quietly, patiently, it responds well to moderation even when humans behave like raccoons inside supermarkets at 11 p.m. Many Japanese meals naturally support this balance through fish, vegetables, rice, fermented foods, and simple combinations repeated consistently over time. Nothing dramatic, no mega triple volcano cheese explosion challenge, just steady nourishment. The body appreciates that kind of stability because organs are humble employees. They do not ask for excitement. Your liver has never requested fireworks. This is where discipline enters the conversation. Real discipline is not punishment, it is not suffering. It is not eating one almond while staring sadly at cake. Real discipline creates freedom. Freedom from exhaustion. Freedom from avoidable sickness. Freedom from climbing stairs is sounding like an old motorcycle trying to start in winter. Graceful aging is usually not built through one heroic decision. It comes from small daily habits repeated over years. Calm meals, moderate eating, better choices, consistency. The truth is both funny and terrifying. Many people are slowly eating themselves into discomfort while calling it living life. Meanwhile, somewhere in Japan, an 87-year-old grandfather is calmly drinking tea, taking a walk, and accidentally outliving everyone through portion control and inner peace. They keep purpose as they age. One of the most fascinating things about many Japanese people is that they often refuse to retire from life even when they retire from work. That is important because some people retire on Friday and spiritually transform into abandoned furniture by Monday morning. Suddenly, their daily activities include staring through windows, complaining about weather patterns, and forwarding suspicious WhatsApp messages titled "Doctors hate this fruit." But many elderly Japanese people continue living with purpose. They garden, they walk, they practice crafts, they stay involved in their communities, they maintain routines. They wake up with something to do besides monitoring who greeted them improperly in the family group chat. And purpose changes people more than most realize. Many people become emotionally old long before their bodies catch up. They stop learning new things because they are too old. They stop trying. They stop participating in life. They stop creating joy. Then one day, they mysteriously wonder why everything feels heavy. Human beings are not designed to exist like unplugged television sets. The mind needs movement. The spirit needs meaning. Even small responsibilities help people stay emotionally alive. A little gardening can give someone more happiness than arguing online with strangers named Real Truthly and for 7. People who continue engaging with life often carry themselves differently. There is energy in them, curiosity, humor, presence. They laugh faster, move lighter. Their faces somehow look more awake, as if life still sends them notifications worth opening. Meanwhile, some younger people already walk around spiritually exhausted at 28 because their only hobbies are stress and refreshing social media. Purpose protects the mind in powerful ways. Without meaning, even comfort becomes tiring. A person can have air conditioning, soft chairs, snacks, and unlimited television, and still feel emotionally empty. Because human beings need more than comfort. They need contribution. They need movement. They need reasons to wake up besides checking who viewed their status update. Retirement especially reveals this truth. For some people, retirement becomes peaceful freedom. For others, it becomes a full-time career in family WhatsApp warfare. Suddenly, they are awake at 6 a.m. writing emotional essays under a blurry photo of vegetables. Good morning, everyone. Respect is dying in this generation. Nobody asked. Nobody understands, but Uncle has typed 6 paragraphs and attached 20 praying hand emojis. Still, meaningful activity truly protects the emotional health. And emotional health affects physical appearance deeply. People who stay mentally engaged often appear younger because their spirit remains active. At the end of the day, the body ages naturally. That part is unavoidable, but purpose keeps the soul from becoming old before its time. The elegance of simplicity. Another important reason many Japanese people age gracefully: simplicity. Simplicity is one of those things people underestimate until life humbles them personally and professionally at the same time. In many Japanese lifestyles, simplicity is not treated like a minimalist aesthetic for Instagram. It is more like a survival strategy for the mind. Clean spaces, intentional living, quiet environments, and organized routines all create a psychological atmosphere where the brain is not constantly receiving emergency notifications like urgent, find lost charger before meeting with existential crisis. And this matters more than it looks, because clutter is not just physical, it is emotional. A messy environment quietly trains the mind to feel overwhelmed even when nothing is happening. Noise does the same. Chaos does the same. Too many choices do the same. Eventually the brain starts acting like a phone with 2% battery and 47 apps running in the background, including one app called Overthinking Beta version 6.3. Modern life, on the other hand, has turned consumption into a personality. People are encouraged to buy more, wear more, post more, and upgrade their lifestyle every 17 minutes or risk being declared spiritually outdated. And yet, despite owning wardrobes with 97 items, many people still stand in front of them every morning like confused archaeologists discovering ancient garments. I have nothing to wear. The wardrobe is innocent. It has done its job faithfully. The real issue is emotional overload disguised as fashion confusion. Because when life is mentally crowded, even clean clothes start feeling like philosophical questions. But simplicity changes that equation. When spaces are organized and life is less cluttered, the mind stops fighting invisible battles. Decisions become easier. Energy is conserved. Stress quietly reduces itself without announcing a press conference. Many graceful individuals seem calm not because life is easy, but because they are not constantly performing for an invisible audience of strangers who neither pay their bills nor fix their problems. They are comfortable being themselves without turning every moment into a highlight reel title. My best life, please validate. There is something deeply powerful about that kind of comfort. Comfortable with silence, comfortable with fewer things, comfortable with enough. And that enough mindset is where aging becomes elegant instead of exhausting. Because when a person is no longer mentally fighting clutter, comparison, and constant overstimulation, something interesting happens. The face softens, the posture relaxes, and the energy becomes lighter. Simplicity does not just reduce stress. It quietly restores dignity, and dignity, unlike trends, never goes out of style. Graceful aging is a daily decision. Graceful aging is not something that arrives like a surprise gift from the universe. It does not show up one morning saying, "Congratulations, you are now effortlessly elegant and mildly mysterious." No, it is built slowly, quietly, almost boringly, through daily decisions that look small, that behave like silent architects of the future. The decision to sleep properly instead of negotiating with your phone at 14 a.m. like it owes you explanations. The decision to walk even when your bed is emotionally persuasive. The decision to drink water instead of surviving entirely on caffeine and hope. The decision to reduce unnecessary stress instead of collecting it like a hobby. The decision to protect peace even when chaos is sending you friend requests. And most importantly, the decision to stop treating burnout like a personality trait. Because somewhere along the line, exhaustion became fashionable. People now say things like, "I'm so tired," with the same pride others use to announce promotions. But many people are not aging badly because of age. They are aging badly because of constant fatigue dressed up as productivity. And that is the real plot twist. Healthy living has become so rare that it now looks suspicious. If someone sleeps well, eats properly, and walks outside for no reason, people start asking if they are okay, as if peace is a medical condition requiring diagnosis. But discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect repeated daily without applause. And here is the uncomfortable truth. Your future self is currently observing your behavior like a disappointed but hopeful supervisor. Future you is begging you to drink water. Future you is requesting earlier sleep. Future you is suggesting stretching. Future you is strongly advising you to stop entering comment sections at midnight like it's a battleground of destiny. Because honestly, nobody has ever looked younger after typing. Listen here, you ignorant fool. At 1:13 a.m. while sitting in bad lighting and questioning life choices. The face remembers everything, so does the body. And eventually, so does the energy you carry. That the goal is not obsession with youth, the goal is protection of peace, health, clarity, and emotional balance for as long as possible. That is where elegance comes from. Not from filters, not from luck, from consistency. So take care of yourself now, so future you does not stand up from a chair sounding like microwave popcorn negotiating its final moments. And if this message made you laugh, think, or question your last midnight argument online, do the responsible thing. Like, share, and subscribe. Because wisdom spreads better when it is slightly funny and mildly painful in truth. And remember, graceful aging is not an accident, it is a daily decision.